What's up guys, today's point of view tutorial number 15 and today I'm teaching you guys how to ollie north. The ollie north is a flatground trick that is determined by the movement of your feet rather than the movement of your boards. That's why I think of the ollie north as kind of a weird trick, but it does look super steezy if you bone them correctly like you would for a regular ollie. Besides, it's always good to be able to do some original tricks. As you heard by the name, ollie north, one trick you need to be able to do before you learn this one is the regular ollie. And yes, I've got a point of view tutorial for that one as well. In theory, you don't need to be able to do other flatground tricks, although I do recommend learning some other flatground tricks first. One flatground trick I'd recommend learning in particular is the kickflip, since this will help you to do the kicking part for the ollie north. The ollie north is a simple trick, but it's quite difficult to learn at the same time. This is because if you're a beginner and you just got your ollies down, it'll feel quite unnatural to slide your foot further and off your board. Now let's get into the foot positioning. The foot positioning is exactly the same as the foot positioning you do for an ollie. You want to place your front foot beneath the bolts and your back foot on the till like I'm doing right here. Something I always tell you guys is to play around with your foot positioning because some foot positions might feel more comfortable for you. Now let's take a look at the movement. This is a really important part. For every trick it's the most important part, but especially for the ollie north, since your feet determines the trick. For example, not doing it correctly might let people think that you're just doing a regular ollie, and of course you don't want that. Alright, now let's really get into it. Step 1. Pop your board as you would for an ollie. Move the front part of your skateboard up by pulling your front foot up and pressing your tail against the ground. As you know from the ollie, this is known as popping your board. Step 2. Sliding/kicking your front foot. For a regular ollie you would slide your front foot up so you level your board. For the ollie north it feels more like kicking as you would for a kickflip. It's now only going straight. There are two kind of ways you can do this, really kicking or kind of pulling your front foot up and to the side. I'd recommend the first one since you have more control that way, but the second way looks quite the same and is just as fine. Step 3. Pulling your front foot back and landing. Make sure you keep your front foot above the height of your nose and pull it back. Practice this standing still because if you mess this up riding fast you can seriously mess up your heel. And that leads me to the common mistake time, because that is the most common mistake with this trick. What happens is that you're too scared to bring your foot back on and you'll land with your front foot in front of your board. If your balance is still on your board, you'll slam your nose into your heel, and speaking from experience, that isn't fun. So to prevent this, keep your front foot above your nose, and a simple way to do this that you might not think about is just kick your nose downwards more and harder. That way you don't even have to worry about this mistake and it also looks easier. Don't get scared because of this common mistake though. Just practice this trick standing still first, and you know, skateboarding is tough, so don't feel ashamed if you mess up, because that's the only way to learn. Don't get discouraged if you're struggling to learn this trick. When I started learning flatground tricks I still remember both of my shins were full of yellow spots. Yes, it's probably gonna be hard and even painful, but if you really want to learn this trick, you can. Be patient, don't stop, and just keep practicing. Sharing my videos is highly appreciated. Thanks for watching everyone. The point of these videos is that it's made from your point of view. This helps you to visualize yourself doing the trick, and it's really crazy, but there's actually scientific proof that this works almost as good as actually practicing the trick. Besides that, there are already a ton of regular tutorials out there, so I'm sure these different ones will help you out. Subscribe for more upcoming tutorials and regular skate videos. Peace out, skate on, learn your tricks, let them go out there and just skate.